Gab, let's talk about Rudiger and HudsonOdoi. Frank Lampard asked about their future, said that he didn't want to commit to an answer. Both look like they're out of the club.
Yeah, and I don't know. Lampard works with these guys every day. We said before, this is a very, very large squad to manage. So when you think of Callum Hudson-Odoi in particular, it's pretty incredible. If you cast your mind back, really not that long ago, less than 2 years ago, you had Bayern Munich offering 40 million pounds to sign Callum Hudson-Odoi, Chelsea committing to a very long-term contract, a very lucrative contract. Then the guy gets hurt, he comes back, and now he's in limbo again. If Lampard doesn't think he's right for him, I certainly hope from Chelsea's perspective that they loan him out. The Rudiger bit, I simply, frankly, don't understand. I don't know if they need to claw some money back. They want to claw some money back, possibly to help pay for some of the other signings. Maybe he is one of the more saleable assets, although he's defensively anyway. But it does feel as if he's frozen out.
Yeah, Don, they haven't exactly got a plethora of defenders to choose from. The fact that they're willing to let Rudiger go, is this a mistake?
I mean, personally, I think it's a mistake because I think he's Chelsea's best defender. But the only thing is, Dan, looking at his injury record, he's had 3 operations on his knees in the last 4 years, and one was an ACL. So you don't know behind the scenes, even though his age is with him being 27 and he's bang in his prime, but still, Frank and the medical staff will know how durable he is. When I look at Chelsea, and I look at all the players that they've got, like Kurt Zouma, Andreas Christensen, Tomori, Thiago Silva, when I look at them, I think their best defender, in my opinion, is Antonio Rudiger. I think he's the best one. He's reliable every single week. But for some reason, whether it's a personnel problem and whether Antonio Rudiger's got too much of a voice inside the dressing room, or it's the fact that, as I said before, he has been plagued with knee injuries and knee surgeries.
Gab, you were nodding quite a lot then.
No, I mean, I agree. It's not like, these other defenders are Beckenbauer and Maldini. It looked as if Tomori was gonna leave on loan. It was very close to him going to Everton. I assume if Rudiger goes, then Tomori stays. Also because otherwise you're going to be undermanned. Thiago Silva is phenomenal, but Thiago Silva is also very old. Zouma and Christensen especially have had ups and downs. So it would seem weird if you leave yourself undermanned. At least, give yourself some options. You're not going to send Rudiger on loan most likely, or it's more difficult to send him on loan. So the logical thing to do, I would have thought, would have been let Tomori go on loan. If you need him, you bring him back in January. If you really want to stick with these players and not invest more in the back. But, like I said, there have to be reasons behind it. But it does make me laugh. Remember way back when Chelsea were first linked to Havertz and all the papers made such a big deal about how Antonio Rudiger rang up Kai Havertz and convinced him to come to Chelsea, really sold him on Chelsea. If these stories are true, then the joke's on Rudiger. And it's a shame because, he's not just a good footballer, he's also a class act.
Meanwhile, Shaka, what's going on in your house?
People are just moving everywhere in this house. Don't know what's going on.
Do you not have any control, Shaka?
Apparently not.
Shaka, reports suggesting that Mendy is a done deal. If it happens today, say, can he walk into the team on Saturday against Crystal Palace at the Bridge?
Maybe Saturday is a little bit too soon, but given the performance that we saw from Willy Caballero, which Don was so complimentary of, I don't see why you let Caballero play on the weekend and then bring Mendy in during, give him a week to bed or whatever it is. But right now, I just feel that this weekend is a little bit too soon, even if he arrives in London, say, Thursday and is able to train with the team Thursday morning or whatever it is.
Why, Shaq?
I just feel it takes a little bit of time to get to know your defenders, get to know their names, and they get to know you a little bit more.
What do you want them to wear a badge? Should they wear a name badge?
I'm just saying. My point is, in the heat of competition, when you've only known these guys 24, 48 hours, it gets a bit much, and I think you need a little bit more time.
Ah, dear. Don, it is quite a debacle, isn't it? Considering the whole Kepa situation and where we stand with Chelsea, who have spent so much money, obviously, to reinforce this squad, that they've started the season, well, badly in some eyes because of the Kepa situation.
I was surprised, and not through hindsight. I thought that from match day one, that Frank actually started Kepa. I would have thought the logical thing, in my humble opinion, would be to start Caballero. Then you haven't really got a problem knowing that you're trying to sign Mendy. That would have been a sort of logical way to go, because it's going to be very interesting if Mendy ends up signing this week and can play obviously at the weekend. I agree with Shaka. It'll probably be Caballero that starts after his game tonight, and then Mendy on the bench. That you've still got the story of then Kepa not even involved in the matchday squad. So it's a problem that he's got to fix. I'm not sure where actually Kepa goes. I'm looking across Europe and they all seem pretty set with their number one. So that's going to be a big problem for him.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.